Okay, good morning. It's such an excellent autumn day. Not just because it's sunny outside, but because we have this great machine, the Honda Goldwing, the new 2018 Honda GL Goldwing. It looks amazing. Today I'm gonna take it for a test ride. I'm gonna ride it until the night comes. We're gonna go to the mountains right now. It's a bit cold outside. We have 7 degrees Celsius or something like that, but it doesn't matter because I have heated seat, heated grips, I have an adjustable windscreen, I have perfect weather protection. What else? I have music. That's it, let's go. Thank you. So, riding the Goldwing in the city is more like riding a car than a bike because it's a very, very large and heavy bike, and it's almost impossible for you to do lane splitting because okay, you also have these mirrors. Thank you. The weather protection is not as good as on the previous model, but honestly, I like that because I'm on a motorcycle, and when riding a bike, I like to feel the wind a bit. I like to be part of the nature. However, I can ride at any speed with my visor open and with my open face helmet. So this adjustable windshield offers good weather protection on this area. Also on the upper body area, the weather protection is very nice, and I have nothing to complain about it on the leg area. However, I can feel a bit of wind at my feet. I don't know why, because there's that massive engine down there that should protect me, but I can still feel a bit of the wind, and when it's cold outside, I can feel cold at my feet. My first thought on the suspension. The front end is brand new. It's not a conventional fork anymore. It's the so-called Honda double wishbone front suspension, and it works perfect because there's no dive in anymore under hard braking. More than that, it feels very comfortable. You have a very nice steering, so nothing to complain about it. The suspension has set up on the, let's say, comfort size. You can't feel the bumps in the city or outside the city if riding slow. But if going a bit faster, you might feel that the rear end throws you out of the saddle. So this is not an adventure bike. The suspension is somehow built for good roads, for the highways, and for curvy roads, because no matter the speed, I felt no instability. The bike feels very good, very comfortable and very stable on the highway and on curvy roads and anywhere. So I think it's a great setup after all. It looks amazing. Just take a look over here with all these colors. because it's autumn and the forest looks very nice. And what I'm filming now, hey, Deutschland, they're from Germany. What I'm filming now is the Pioneer Fortress. It's a ruin right now, but there's a lot of history behind it. And this is the entrance point to Transfăgărășan, the most famous road in Romania and one of the best roads in this part of Europe. I'm starting to get used to this bike and I'm starting to love it, because at the beginning it felt somehow very big, it felt enormous actually in the traffic and on the twisties, but now I'm getting used to it and things are getting better. More than that, this is the Dct Automatic Gearbox, the third generation of Honda's Dct Automatic Gearbox, and I have 7 gears to pick from. I must confess to you that now I'm using this gearbox on the manual mode. I also have a couple of riding modes: Tour, Sport, Economic and Rain. Well, the Tour is my favorite one. The Sport one is also nice, but it's somehow too aggressive for this touring motorcycle. So just put it on the Tour mode. You can switch them on the go and enjoy the ride. And if you want to keep a sporty pace on curvy roads, I would suggest you to use the manual shifting. And it's very simple, because you have a plus and a minus on the left side of the handlebar, and that's it. Okay, so let's have some fun right now. Oh, that was the traction control. Second gear. Woohoo! What a sound! It's magnificent. Flat 6, 1.8 liters. Ah! Oh! We're at the Vidraro Lake right now. We've had about 100 kilometers on the highway, and around, I don't know, 60 or 70 or something like that kilometers on some curvy and bumpy roads. What I noticed so far is that this bike is very comfortable. Of course, it's a big touring luxury machine. The weather protection was very good for me on the highway. I didn't feel the wind. You can even ride it with your open face helmet without having any problems, any issues. What else? It's very nice that you can still listen to the music when you're at 130 kilometers per hour on the highway. This is very nice. The volume is very, very loud. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. It's not the first time when I'm on this road, on the Transfăgărășan, because it's close to my home. I think I've been around 3 times this year, but it's the first time when I'm with my bike and I see it this way. And I'm very lucky that this road is still open, because you know, during the winter it's closed. I mean, half of the year, almost half of the year is closed. So now I'm really lucky and I'm gonna enjoy it for real. Oh my god, what a fantastic ride! Transfăgărășan is amazing in this time of the year. I just enjoyed a couple of turns, a couple of hairpins, and it was amazing. Now I'm getting back my drone because I sent it somewhere, I don't know, to film this spectacular landscape. And after that we're in a bit of hurry actually, because it's about 6 p.m. It's getting late, it's getting dark, and we still have a lot of kilometers to do, but we still have also a lot of work to do, because it's this bike, this amazing bike, and I have to tell you more about it, because in these, I don't know, 250 or 300 kilometers, I think we get closer, and we got closer, and I think I know what it's all about. The new Honda Goldwing 2018 model year. What a bike, what a name, Goldwing. It's an iconic name, one of the most iconic names in the motorcycle history, and I must say that this Goldwing lives up to his name. However, it's completely redesigned, it's completely new for 2018. It's another bike. First of all, this one is slimmer. It's not as big, as large, as massive as the old bike. You can see that just by looking at the fairings, by looking at the buttons. Well, we don't have so many buttons as before, and by looking at the luggage space. And I don't know, this might upset some of the Goldwing fans. We have 2 side boxes. You have some storage room over here, but is not that good for a touring machine, I think. You must check it. And also, because we have the touring model, the touring version, you have this big top box. I want to make a test to show you how many things you can put in this top case. In fact, I have two things: my helmet. This one should be over here. And this is the open face, but it's quite large. It's a big helmet. Not good. Okay, and now I want to see if I can close it. I'm having some issues. No, unfortunately it's not working, but it's probably because of my helmet. I have a Schubert M1 over here and an RI. They are M size, the middle size, but I think that this one are large helmets. The shell is large. I don't know, but let's get the Schubert out, and I'll show you that, of course, you can easily fit one helmet. Now let's get to the cockpit, the dash and the buttons. Well, everybody knows that the old Honda Goldwings were famous for having a lot of buttons everywhere. I remember an old Goldwing, it had about 60 or something buttons. Now you still have plenty of buttons over here, but the job is quite easier now, because what we have here on the left side, you have one button for the music volume, the other one is for the windscreen. They're very helpful, they're just where they should be, very easy to reach. And the other ones are for playing music, switching to your telephone, and going to the home screen. By the way, there are some buttons that you can't use on the go. It's a safety measure, and it's very good. This bike comes in its top spec version. It's the tour version. You have the top box, you have an airbag over here, and of course you have the third generation Honda dual clutch transmission gearbox. The DCT one, it's automatic, and you have 7 gears to choose from. And a very interesting thing, I'm gonna show it to you right now. So, you have an automatic gearbox, but this is a heavy bike, 380 kilos, so it has a walking mode. Now we're in the walking mode, and it's very simple to use it. You have to push just one button, and then you have the minus for going reverse, for going backwards if you want to park it, and the plus for going forward. How cool is that? What else? Of course, we have heated seat and heated grips. Both of them have 5 different levels. But I must say that I don't like the heated grips very much, because even on the maximum level, I think they should get warmer, hotter. I had some issues today. We have several riding modes: rain, tour, sport and economic. Tour is my favorite one. The sport is a bit sporty, I would say, for this type of bike. In fact, it's the throttle, which is a bit snatchy for my taste in the sport mode. But in economic is okay, as long as you're on the move. Because there's another thing that I noticed when it comes to this big Goldwing. You see, this is the DCT version, so probably if you get the manual one, it won't bother you. But this is the DCT, and you must get used to it, at the beginning. Let's put it in drive, and now let's accelerate smoothly. Wait, I had the handbrake on. I will accelerate smoothly. The thing is that you can't do it smoothly. It's a bit snatchy at the beginning. It's somehow as the Automatic Gearbox Africa Twin, but this one being heavier, it feels a bit awkward, but you'll get used to it. Let's talk a bit about this legendary engine, this iconic engine. It's a flat 6, it has the same cubic capacity as the previous one, but it's completely reworked. Honda changed a lot of things over there, and I must confess that I love it. It feels really nice. It's all about low grunt, low RPM, and high torque at low RPM. The peak torque is about 170 Newton meters, which is a lot. I really enjoyed this bike today. Compared to the previous version, the fuel tank is smaller. It's smaller than before, and this is not a good thing for a touring bike, but Honda claims that this one comes with a better fuel economy. So I got a 7.7 liters for 100 kilometers fuel consumption, and we have a 21-liter fuel tank. Well, it's okay. You're not going into the wilderness with this bike. It's not an adventure bike, but it could be a bit annoying on the highway because you have to stop very often to fill the tank. So, cruise control. By the way, Honda puts it on the Africa Twin also. It was really good. What else? What else do we have? We have superb weather protection. We have this dash, which looks very nice. We have these buttons, which are now illuminated. We have this automatic gearbox. What else? What else? We have everything on this bike, and we have a navigation system. It looks very good. It's integrated in the dashboard. It's right there. We have a small wind deflector over here to get rid of the buffeting. A nice sound system. This bike is a luxury touring machine. It has virtually everything you want, even this airbag, and probably that's why it costs 35,000 euros, at least in our country, in Romania. I was about to forget about the rear shock. Well, now it comes with some electronic presets. Now it's set for me. You can also set it for you and the passenger, or for you and passenger and luggage. You have several options over here. Ha! And yeah, it also comes with a start and stop option, as the cars do. I think this is the first bike that I see with this type of option. I think that's it for today, because it's getting late and it's getting dark, and I hope I didn't forget anything. Anyway, this was just our first ride test, and I promise you that I will come back later as soon as I can with a more in-depth review. But you must keep in mind that this one over here, the Goldwing, the new Goldwing, is a great bike, a great touring machine.